Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the State of Our World on Monday, August 10th, 2020. Well, we know the virus is still with us, permanently, it thinks, I think. We have a total of a lot of cases. As of this evening, we have a total of 5,082,954 confirmed cases in the United States. And unfortunately, we have a death rate. 163,881 people have passed away from this virus. So that's quite a lot of people. I think um, the Trump administration has a lot of blood on their hands. 163,881. And those are the ones we know about. But there are also people who are affected in nursing homes or at home, and then someone finds them, but I don't know if they really test to see if they passed away from the virus. So anyway, 163,881 people have passed away, and 5,082,954 have the virus. So remember, you have to very much, definitely, you have to not open the schools until it's safe to do so. And Trump says that, children are almost immune from the virus. Well, almost 100,000 children have tested positive for this virus. What kind of immunity is that? And also, as a result of this terrible crisis we're having, people losing their homes, either if they own a home, their banks are foreclosing, and if they rent, they're getting evicted. So, what is going on here? Very, very bad situation. And then the stimulus bill or aid bill has been stalled in Congress, so that's a not very bad situation. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with this name. There's a Secretary of Education in the administration. Her name is Betsy DeVos. She's a real proponent of private schools. And the money that the Education Department has supposed to go to help in education, she's been funneling money into private schools. That's a no-no. That's illegal. But yet she's getting away with it. So what can we do? I don't know. I guess we have to. We have an election coming up in November of this year. Make sure you vote. Make sure you're registered to vote, and make sure you study the issues and the candidates who are running on the ballot where you live, and make intelligent choices, because we have a very serious situation here. 5 million, over 5 million cases, 163,000 plus people have passed away. That is very, very serious. Now, we know that Facebook is trying to get these groups that are putting up ads and postings about conspiracy theories and hoax and stuff, trying to get them off of Facebook. Well, I don't know. I hope they'll be successful. What you really have to do is you have to really examine the situation, see what's going on. Now, we have a situation in Lebanon, which is the government is not doing well. They had this terrible explosion on their port because they had been storing at the port many, many, many tons of a substance that just exploded. And why was it sitting there for 6 years? Who knows? Now, Lebanon is a special case. Lebanon was part of the Ottoman Empire, and then we had World War I, 1917 to 1919, and the Ottoman Empire lost the war. The Europeans, the British, the French, and the Americans, they won. I think Italy was involved with that too. And what they took the land, and Lebanon, Syria are a special case. They basically created two countries, Lebanon and Syria. Lebanon is populated by people of different religions. There are a lot of Christians and a lot of Muslims. And when in 1948 the UN created the state of Israel, the people in Israel who were not Hebrews, and they were forced out by various groups, they went to Syria and Lebanon. And Lebanon, they ended up in getting absorbed into the culture in some ways. When they went to refugee camps, they also went to refugee camps in Syria. Now, the problem is Lebanon has a large Christian population, a large Muslim population, and they don't agree on very much. There's been a lot of trouble there. And it could have been avoided if the UN went about things differently. And then World War II, if what was done, World War I was done differently, and they didn't just come and arbitrarily create these states of Lebanon and Syria. So, a lot of problems in that area, not easily fixed. Okay, now, back to the virus. Yes, we definitely have the virus, so you have to practice social distancing, you have to wear a mask. You have to only go out when you have to. And keep in touch with your representatives at the local, state, and federal level about your thoughts about everything. As a result of the epidemic, the coronavirus epidemic, pandemic, businesses have pretty much slowed down. The economy is not doing very well. People are not going to work. They're told to stay home, and then businesses have closed up or really slowed down. So, it's a real mess out there. Now, and among all of this, we still have protests against the murder of George Floyd by a white police officer in Minnesota. We have a lot of people who are just trying to do the right thing and stay positive, but they don't have that much money, and the Congress isn't helping them, and states are helping them as much as they can. There are all kinds of groups trying to help each other. Now, let's talk about the post office. The post office was created by Benjamin Franklin before we even had the American Revolution, and the Republicans have been trying to privatize it. And in this pandemic about the coronavirus, more and more people will be voting by mail, and Trump keeps saying that the vote is going to be rigged, the election is going to be rigged, you can't trust vote by mail, you can trust absentee ballots, which are the same. And he has appointed a new Postmaster General, who's put in policies that is really slowing down the mail all over the country. And then the census, which is done every 10 years to count who's living in the country, doesn't matter whether it's documented or not. The Trump administration is trying to cut that short very bad. We have to let it run its full course, time allotted, and even give them more time because it's harder to go out and count people in an epidemic, a pandemic of a virus. So the post office is a vital organization for all of us. It delivers to every single home, every single zip code. And if you privatize it, they're just going to deliver to where they can make money. So we have to stop that. Now, so there's a lot of stuff out there. We have to protect vulnerable populations, such as Native Americans, homeless people, where they live in a shelter or in the street. People living in nursing homes, assisted living homes, retirement homes, veterans homes, people who are essential workers, who are putting their life on the line every day when they go to work, people who are first responders and healthcare workers and agricultural workers and farm workers. We have to keep in mind to help all these people. They cannot sacrifice themselves if people we aren't behind them and helping them. and schools should not be reopened until it's safe to do so. So we have a lot to do here. We have meddling in our election from Russia again, and of course Trump refuses to acknowledge that. He won't even talk about Russia. So we have a lot of things going on, and Trump administration is doing their best to destroy our environment. They're rolling back all kinds of protections and laws and regulations. They're also rolling back workplace safety regulations. So all kinds of things going on. So you really have to try to keep up as much as possible, and definitely vote. Now, I think it's time for, maybe it's time for a little song. What do you say? Okay. Now, I think that I'm going to sing a song called The Water is Wide. The Water is Wide. I don't know who wrote it, but it's a very old song. So let's give it a try. Okay? Oh, the water is wide, I cannot cross over, and neither have I wings to fly, but give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I. I leaned my back up against an oak. I thought it was a trusty tree, but first it bended, and then it broke, as did my false lord to me. Oh, love is sweet, and love is fair, fair as the dew, when first it is new. But love grows old, and waxes cold, and fades away like the morning dew. Okay, it was Waters Wide. Hope you liked it. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this evening for a meeting with Caroline Speaks to Save the World, Monday, August 10th, 2020. Remember to take care of yourself and take care of others. And also remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. So stay safe. Hope to see you all back here tomorrow evening for another meeting with Caroline Speaks to Save the World. Stay safe. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. And make sure you're registered. Make sure you vote. Okay. Stay informed. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.